What's up, everybody? Looks like we're back with another Villain High Council panel discussion. I've got, of course, myself here with a bunch of other really big trolls from the Classic Villains server. I've got Q over here. I've got
So,
Jobber over here.
Yo,
And, of course, I got the Honorable Senator Don over here.
How y'all doing this evening?
Yeah, it's great to have you guys. We got a bunch of topics we're going to jump up on while I'm jamming some games in the background. And, of course, I figure we might as well start off with, since Invincible is a hot topic item, man, would you have followed Omni-Man instead of resisting when you were Mark? And if so, why? And if anybody wants context for that, feel free to ask.
well, so I know Loomis just said he caught up. Have you or Don got into it?
caught up. Not with the comic, but the animated series.
Yeah, that's what we're referring to specifically, since it's pretty hot.
The show. Okay, so Don, what about you? You got spoilers if you haven't.
I actually say I don't mind because I have not watched the series yet, so I would not mind spoilers. So I just get caught up really quick.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so basically in the end, it's like, it turns out like you portray Omni-Man as like the main antagonist. He kills the discount Justice League, and in the end, the final fight between him and his father, and Omni-Man wants to make the point that. What would you say their purpose is? It's they go from world to world and kind of
Okay.
like assert their.
I think a better
dominance
way to put it.
to-
I think a better way to put it is imagine that the Kryptonians, instead of the peaceful, quote unquote, loving people they were outside of Zod, allegedly, imagine if they were just like Saiyans in ideology. That's essentially who.
Okay.
Like the people who are called Viltrumites are, and the main character, Invincible, is the son of a Viltrumite who basically just has come here with the intent to weaken us, so their empire can show up and show us what real strength is, what true strength is.
Control and shit, right?
Yeah, they're beings of order. They just want control and dominance. They believe in. They're very classical survival of the fittest, the strongest gives you the right to kind of rule over others kind of ideology.
So I honestly think that solid, obviously fully legitimate points that I see. Obviously, Mark was like completely raised up with like how we see humanity, like as the like intense beating like proceeded, and he just kept like just lay down the facts. I would think if I was, especially with, like the age thing, it's like we live for like millenniums. Like you're gonna see everyone you love 1,000 times over.
Yeah, but does that give you the right? This is the argument. So counter argument here. This is the argument the sentient people use against the Guardians of the Universe in Green Lantern. Is they don't care about emotions, they don't care about feelings, they don't care about anything. They just know that this is how things should be because it's their biased belief, and their biased belief is power, correct?
Well, yeah, it could be biased, but does
Simply
that,
because they have it.
does that cancel out?
Uh-oh, I'm losing you, Q.
Oh shit.
Okay,
You
you're
good?
back. You back.
Okay, yeah, it may be biased, like the output is, but that doesn't cancel out the fact, right?
I mean,
Like it's not.
well, yeah, it does because I guess it depends on what you choose to view as. I guess we're talking really deep, like moral values here, and so I would say simply because you have more power than another person doesn't deem their life forfeit. Simply because you have that power.
I suppose. I
I
just
mean-
thought.
This sounds like a
Oh, yeah,
26th
yeah.
dimensional being trying to talk down to me right now.
True, obviously. Oh, 26, bro. I'm outer.
I'll have to say, Loomis, like you're looking at it from like a mortal, like human perspective. Like
I most definitely am. But after all, that's the only defense I have against somebody more powerful than I, right? Is that we should value life more so than we should value an individual's physical brutality over another to prove their superiority, correct?
Well, absolutely. I mean, because like I said, human life is defined. You know what I mean? We don't live exponential amounts of time. Like, I mean, honestly, I couldn't even say. I mean, if someone lived thousands of years, what your like personal mentality or your mindset would be.
To give
So
you
it would just be so hard to say.
to give you an idea, he looked at humans like pets. That's how this character looked at them, and that's quite literally what he referred to his wife of 20 years as, is a pet, a thing to be traded. And me personally, I'm not sure I could look at other living beings sentient like ours and make that same distinction. I think is it Mark, right? Is invincible?
Yeah.
I think Mark was really justified in backing away and not going. I could understand the more logical choice of just trying to join their ranks, but I couldn't agree with their ideology. And I think that's what made like Goku unique amongst his verse, is he kept the battle spirit, but he never gained the bloodlust associated with it, the domination kind of aspect.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead, Jumper.
I think in my opinion, right, like if it were like me, like Omni-Man, right, if I go with him, I probably wouldn't for like two reasons.
I mean, the guy just got done beating the literal shit out of him, man. He knocked out like 4 of his teeth.
Yeah, but like when he describes like how like his race is, right, just people like fucking killing each other, getting stronger. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, even if I were to join, that's gonna be annoying as hell, man. Like, I just go to your race and have to like literally fight everybody just to live, and then like, oh, it's all some bullshit though. Like, everyone's like on some goon shit.
Well,
like I don't want to fight everybody.
Imagine how many Einsteins we might lose if we just give in to the idea that brutality through physical strength is the only way that our race should operate. Like, it just seems like, because if you run into a stronger race than you, what's to stop a bunch of Kryptonians from just shitting all over you? Like, they could just use your logic and be like, well, you don't value other people's lives, so we don't value yours, and just like wipe you from the face of existence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
isn't that general?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry, you broke up there.
Wasn't that General Zod's whole thing? Like,
Well, he
whatever.
was superior to the humans because the humans were frail and weak. He has a, like, their entire race is all like General Zods. Yeah, like mixed with like King Vegeta. Yeah.
so would you say that Omni-Man is the more reasonable version? He's more. I'd say he's more controlled. Like,
No,
he grew
not at
attached
all.
to morality.
I
Well,
wouldn't.
in a sense, like maybe he had a mask on or some shit, but he was serving his purpose.
Would you say a spy is any less lethal simply because they're not like actively shooting people?
I think, in the grand scheme, no. They still have the same amount of potential. I guess they just have a bit more self-restraint.
And his whole thing is to infiltrate other like planets and weaken them, destroy them from the inside, gain their trust. So like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if I had a spy amongst my people and shit, like, yeah, just I don't know, dude. There's a lot of weird shit going on there.
Yeah, I think my second for not joining is mainly because like I think Omni-Man's kind of like nihilistic, right? Like, I mean, like the thing he's saying is right. Like everyone's gonna pass away, right? Gonna live this long, but I think the core things that made him change his mind and like flee the planet because he was sad what Mark said, right? Is that it's mainly just seeing more of the worth for the humanity in Earth, right? And saying that even like all this bad stuff they sing, right? And then Mark's like, "Well, dude, I'll have you." Like, it's not that bad. Worth, basically.
Well, that's what he's feeding him is propaganda. He's arguing against the own propaganda that he's been fed his whole life, ironically enough. Like, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
He was put in, obviously, an incredibly tough position to influence another, but I don't know.
I'm 100%
I
with you on that. Yeah.
I think he didn't have bad intentions, for sure. And
Well, you
I
know
think
what? He
it's
was
that-
becoming more human. That was his thing. Is he was just becoming more human, and he realized that was an error halfway through. But in the end, that got to him. It bothered him. You
Did
know?
you say becoming more human was?
Why he left the planet. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with Lumos on that. I just watched the clip just like not even a second ago. Like, so yeah, I really feel like his emotion like took the best of him. Even though he said like his lifespan's ridiculous and like the Earth will fucking crumble and turn to dust, but yet 17 years with this kid changed him completely.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we have him on panel literally destroying entire civilizations. Like, forcing them against their will to build him a portal home, and he just killed them all afterwards still, even though some of those idiots still managed to survive somehow. Like, he's got some... He's really dark, man. Like, when he pops off, he goes real hard.
Train sequence when he literally just fucking, chokeholded Mark and just made him.
Even his own son, dude, he was willing to run through a train full of people just to prove his point that they're worthless. Like,
motive.
Like,
or drive.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I think I don't know, man. I could not manage. You could not convince me to try and side with what's his face morally.
He wasn't making a better case as it went on, but
well, because even he couldn't out-talk his own bullshit. He kept trying to make justifications. Do you notice? He kept trying to make justification. Everyone just kept talking him down.
Yeah,
he couldn't rationalize why he was doing any of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that. Okay.
No, people's psychology, they might be super powerful beings, but I think their psychology is still... They still have, like, a psychology similar to ours, and he's trying to... And this is literally trauma built up over all this time. He was unsure of popping off. The only reason he hadn't just murdered everyone, in my opinion, already, was because he was worried that his son might be involved in that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's see here.
Pretty good show.
Yeah, I'm really liking where it's going. I really hope the next season is pretty solid too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I haven't watched the series, but this actually, I'll definitely take a look at it.
It's a lot of just really unique moral questions when it comes to
like in the case of Omni-Man, from like what I've seen, it's kind of if Homelander was less of a flat character, but still had that kind of corruption with powers. He's more in depth in this. Like
he's the spy version of him, not the propaganda version that he is. If that makes sense. All right, so outside of that, I know Q has been dying to talk about these Star Wars memes. Star Wars, Star Trek, why do we like them, etc., correct?
Boy.
Casuals versus actual fans.
I mean, that's a pretty big matter of perspective, in my opinion.
I'm just kidding. I mean,
how about
it?
What's the biggest appeal to Star Trek? For anyone who hasn't seen Star Trek before, what would you say the biggest appeal is? Sell them right now. You're the salesman on the sales floor, bro.
After watching each episode, I feel like I've learned something new. Like I've actually taken something out of it, and thought about it, and that is something I appreciate.
Oh yeah.
It's not like a waste of time. Like with Star Wars, I feel it's kind of just, it's enjoyable in the moment, but when it ends, sure, you can talk about the fights or what happens with the relationships, but it doesn't really teach you a whole lot about, I don't know, certain things in my eyes.
About what? What doesn't it teach you about? And I'll give you an answer to prove you wrong.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was like,
you there?
oh, sorry. I was like a little bit.
Give me something you think it doesn't teach you, and I'll do my best to debunk it.
How to solve problems in a non kind of extremist fashion in the terms of dire situations.
I fundamentally disagree. That's the whole point of the entire Luke arc whenever he's dealing with Vader, was that he chose not violence. He chose to take the peaceful route around things, and that quite literally proved to be the one way you could move Vader from his position and turn back to the light. So he chose not violence
You're talking about
to deal with it. Yeah.
obviously, when he laid down and threw Sidious into the Death Star.
No, whenever Luke didn't raise up arms against him.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that was one occasion. That's one of the best parts. That's when he finally, like, character
yeah.
development.
But that's like really good evidence that that's in Star Wars, though, right?
Yeah, but that was just one occasion, you know, like.
do you want me to go find you more occasions? Because
maybe it's
there's
like
Depa
weird-
Bilaba, or not Depa Bilaba. There is the shit Yaddle, as a matter of fact, who sacrificed her life for Anakin, choosing not to let a bunch of other people die, and sacrificed herself very selflessly for Anakin by not just killing a guy. So I mean, it just kind of depends on what you want, dude. I think there's lots of examples of it. I just think that there's a lot of idiots out there for every verse that are much, like, they're like really toxic. Like,
I
yeah.
also think it doesn't really, in the Star Trek verse, it doesn't really have to rely, or not, I wouldn't say solely, a heavier emphasis kind of on action. Like, there's a lot of kind of slow build up and like diplomacy, and I know like people say,
No, there's
you know,
lots
the
of
Senate,
diplomacy.
but
And,
in my opinion,
yeah.
the Senate in 1, 2, and 3 is mediocre. Besides the manipulation of
Well, they're just
the
dead
Emperor.
after that, or just pretty much in control. Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I respect the religious overtones I see in Star Wars. I think it's kind of interesting, like the dualism. But I don't know. I take away more every episode, and I feel like it's a little more fleshed out. And it makes me a little confused why it gets so slept on. Like, can you guys give me some examples? I'm just curious from other people. Like, why do you think Star Trek is so much more slept on than Star Wars?
I think it's the negative stigma associated with like nerd culture.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say the
I'm
funding
not even kidding.
was a big thing.
I mean, yeah, true of recent times. I suppose.
I think it's some people just don't know where to start with, like, Star Trek, unironically.
That's a good point, to be honest.
I think we'll see that change. Honestly, I think we'll see that. I mean, the culture's already changing. Look at Avengers and shit, dude. It's like popular now. You know, like, I think we're opening the door to that stuff being socially acceptable, but for a long time it wasn't. And honestly, for some reason, I don't know why, like, Star Wars escaped that idea, but Star Trek became like the poster boy for like that toxic fan, you know?
It really has, because I actually know a couple of Star Trek fans that like specifically hate one version of Star Trek because they don't think it is good or whatever. Like, some people are just like dedicated to the original Star Trek and like doesn't like anything else.
I mean, that could be valid. I mean, like, some people, like, or I don't know, like Voyager, like, just because it is true.
Hey, when you think
Yeah, but
when you think Star Trek, what you think of Star Trek is
Yeah.
not what people think of Star Trek. Like, just so we're on the same page. What I mean by that is, when people think of Star Trek, they think of Captain Kirk. They don't even know about Voyager. Like, Voyager to them is like,
Or Picard.
yeah, no one fucking, no, they've never even heard about, like, Voyager. They don't even care about Voyager. They might recognize the characters where they're from, but they just assume it's like the same story as like Kirk, like punching dudes in like bags that are essentially their outfits and
You know
stuff.
what I
You
feel,
know,
which is tough about it? I feel it demands you, or it emphasizes that you kind of really have to get into it to start to appreciate it more so. Because, like, it's obviously so much more spread out. It's kind of harder to navigate where to start, and kind of like, I wouldn't say convoluted, but as it's not chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, you know?
yeah. And that's fair, and that requires like a sophisticated reader to keep up with, or a sophisticated audience to keep up with, and that's just hard for like normal audiences, dude. Star Wars is super straightforward and super simple in terms of like the storyline, to its benefit and to its downside, in my opinion. The movies make the most linear, lame stories for the most part, like in comparison to like the other media that they offer, in my eyes. Not to say the movies are like completely bad or anything. I just think that there's better stories that can do more for you if like you want to get into the world of Star Wars. And the problem is like you're suffering from that same problem with Star Trek. Like people just can't get the idea of whatchamacallit off their minds. Like Kirk and Friends.
No, I think maybe the honestly main person, but obviously would more so be Spock. Kirk
know,
is kind of a bum.
Yeah. Well, I think the appeal of both, though, in my opinion, right? From like my point of view, like for Star Wars, so like like oh shit, like it's some cool shit going down, like you know, like episodes, right? So it's got a linear pattern that you can follow. You know, just a lot of cool shit basically with the Jedi, like a lot of cool concepts and shit. It's like way more flashy, and then we have a Star Trek, right? Which I honestly kind of imagine it's just, well, from my point of view, is like a bunch of people on a ship, you know, going out on their like, you know, kind of like sub adventures, right? They have all their own government and shit. But I think what Star Trek mainly goes for is kind of the sense of wonder, right, of what's out there, and you're seeing their world,
Mystery.
and like
Yeah.
Explore
like,
what has been explored before.
Yeah. And honestly, I think my favorite like appeal of you know, Star Trek. Well, I mean, with Star Wars, I think that's what mainly grew people towards that. But with Star Trek, right? For me, I have to say it's mainly just two people: Picard, believe it or not, and Q.
He's just a good actor.
Because those are the
Did you know
first
about
thing,
Q? Did you know about Q before you talked to Q?
hell no. I never knew about Q at all, and then I started watching. I was like,
Me
oh,
neither.
this is really cool, actually. And like he was actually teaching some really like cool lessons, right? Like that. It's like teaching lessons that like, how can I put it? People that they only see like one point of view, right, in Star Trek, and then Q's like, well, I'm 26 dimensional. I can give you multiple points of view. He did the same thing with he did the same thing to Picard. He was like, well, you died, and shitty. So I'm gonna show you multiple different points of view of your death, pretty much. Because you never wouldn't be able to get this kind of picture on your own, but your power, basically.
I think I guess they just serve their own purpose as well. Like that. That's honestly one of my strongest appeals. I think the relationship between I would say is like definitely in like the best duos in fiction. Like the acting and like I don't know.
They just work really well with one another.
It's insane. And the writing is I think it's the best written show that like consistent wise TNG that I've watched.
And can you admit that it's like totally understandable that it's gonna have better writing simply because it's written in a series versus a movie, like a series of movies? I think that that's like a huge advantage that we're finding out now. Like we're finally reaching the point where we can make like Netflix series and stuff at the same level that
Mando.
You know, we used to make movies at, and so the quality is just so much higher because the stories you can tell are that much better. You know.
I feel a good thing with that would be maybe like comparing them like Mando to the shitty ass like episode 9 and like 8. The shows are so much better.
Because you can just fit so much content in like faster or not faster, but like over a longer period. It keeps your audience entertained too.
Yeah, for sure. That's good to me. So, Jobber, what was your topic?
Okay.
Yeah, hit me with it. Pull up the topic list, boys. I'm playing.
Right. Oh yeah, Marvel Phase 4. Okay. I'm not sure if we've all seen that trailer for Marvel Phase 4.
What are you most excited for? Hit me with that.
Shang-Chi. I'm so excited for
What
that.
else? Refresh me. What else on the list?
Oh, there's a lot of shit on the list. Like, fuck. I gotta pull that trailer up.
What
should
I
write that
remember,
Hit me with the best of the best.
the ones that looked pretty lit were new Thor, the Guardians, which comes out like
12 years from now.
yeah. The hypest is for me got to be the Doctor Strange multiverse.
Same.
And
Probably.
Eternals.
Yeah, Doctor Strange Multiverse looks really.
Dude, I
Honestly,
am
don't know.
hyping.
I wonder how they're gonna handle the Eternals, because I kind of have a vague idea, if that makes sense.
Man, I don't
Super
know.
powerful, birth
Yeah,
birth
they've been showing this-
Thanos.
They're just like knockoff new gods. That's literally all they are.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't give a fuck about them Eternals, to be honest. That's just me.
All save fucking
Oh,
version.
they got the Wakanda forever. I don't know how they're gonna handle that. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. What about you guys?
I'll watch it. I don't give a fuck if it's good.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna watch these regardless. It's just interest levels. I
Yeah,
saw
like I'm not gonna
the-
sit here and tell you I'm like the most interested in the universe over it or anything, but
a sequel of fucking Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel was one of two movies I've never seen in Marvel. The other was Dark World, Thor.
I don't know, it was pretty shitty, but like I don't know, kind of Marvel just kind of like whatever. I wasn't like super crazy about it, and it wasn't like mind blown or anything. It was weird. They just had changed up a bunch of shit. So who knows? I'm curious to see how it'll go, but eh.
You know, the thing that's sad is that, like, it's, for me, it's not really Captain, well, then again, nowadays, the Captain Marvel's character, fucking, they really just slap that shit on Brie Larson. Like, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel? Okay, we're gonna make the comic exactly act. Like, god dang in there, come on. I hate that. I don't like Brie Larson at all. Like, she's just like, holy shit, she's like a feminist. She despises, like, men. Like, that's how, like, the whole Captain Marvel movie was, like, written. Like, literally, like, they had, like, so many cut scenes of, like, Brie Larson randomly attacking just dudes for no reason. Like, yo, chill.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would like pop off that hard on her by any means, because like I don't know. I guess henchmen are pretty stereotypically dudes. Like, right?
I mean, if it was good or bad, it's just she was gonna have controversy, and I thought character. So
The movie was bad, and I don't think it was because of feminism means. The movie was bad because it was just like shit writing, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that too. But it's like, Captain Marvel, control your stone face. I got it under control. I'm angry right now. Can't you tell?
only reason
Kinda.
I watch it interest wise is because of this patch.
Ooh.
I'm kind of curious to see the Loki movie or the Loki franchise. I know it's not a movie, but what else is on there? There's got to be some other good shit on there.
Yeah, that's gonna look really interesting. It's like, from what I got from the trailers, right? He's like a different, like, one was wearing like really actually on the airplane. He's looking outside, probably at the fight. 'Cause I did notice that, and he was like sitting next to Black Widow, I believe. I think it's probably after she died. I'm not sure. Yeah, some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm probably, it's fucking Marvel. And, they're gonna do, like, I don't know, Galactus, next big hero, villain, so you're probably gonna have to watch them all, regardless to, get into
True that. An overarching story. It's like the comics originally were way back in the day, where they just like force other characters inside the story because like we were trying to like make them popular and also trying to like meme super hard.
Who do y'all think the next big baddie is gonna be? Galactus?
I want it to be Doctor Doom.
It would
so
be
bad.
really weird if it was Galactus, considering like they're talking about Eternals, and that traditionally is like celestial domain, and we've already seen references to Celestials. So if I was to speculate, I think Celestials will be the next shitheads we're going to deal with.
I mean, didn't we see one with the Power Stone that one time?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We've already seen them directly involved. And so keep in mind, Celestials deal with their origin. The Celestials also deal with the X-Men's origin. They now own the rights to X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Why is that relevant? Because they have a child that's the most powerful mutant traditionally, consistently. So, I mean, it could be a really easy way to spawn a whole new generation of heroes with somebody who is quite literally tampering with all their DNA.
I'm down for either. It would just have to be a fucking powerful, weird Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine Doom just using his power gauntlets to steal the Eternal or the Celestials' powers instead of Galactus's.
Calendar.
Like,
Pull a secret war.
yeah, it would just be the same thing, just
Oh.
like Celestials, you know? And that wouldn't be like unbelievable for his character. After all, he just did the same thing to Doom and was, or to Galactus, and was like, "Lol, you're just gonna help me like get my mom back." So sucks to suck, dude.
I guess they could set that up.
You know, I kind of wonder which big arc Marvel like. This is gonna be after Phase 4, but like it's Phase 5, right? What like arc are they gonna go on? It's gonna be like huge. Galactus, Doctor. I'm wondering.
That's gonna be a big jump of speculation. Some shit can happen.
I
Yeah, there's probably gotta be a fantastic.
know
Four
we got
movie.
Secret Wars coming, or not Secret Wars, Secret Invasion coming. That would also add to that whole pantheon of stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
With Celestials as well. But I don't know. After this, we'll probably see like Avengers vs. X-Men, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
so-
gonna be so popular, in all honesty. Like, X-Men are already really popular, man.
Yep. Ah man, you know what was it? I think something that would break the movie theaters that like no one. I mean, yeah, it'd be like expected, but no one think it ever happened. Would have to be like Marvel versus DC or some shit like that. Like
Like that.
literally all the world. It's like the what was it? That comic basically, right? When basically that shit would be wild on screen.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
I wouldn't be surprised if Disney buys out DC sometime soon, because if there's one thing DC can't fucking do is not get bought out like every 5 seconds. Like, seriously, dude. And Disney's got to be gunning for them, dude. You know the powerhouse they would be if they had both those idiots. I mean, actually, they'll have like good writing for like DC movies. And if
I
you say
mean-
otherwise, you're just like lying.
I mean, after shit, good writing.
What's up?
I feel like it has bad writing sometimes. Except Thanos.
I guess,
It's
man.
like the
No.
Star Wars movies, which that.
Batman owned by Disney. I'm gonna throw my Mickey orangs at you.
My Mickey Rings. haha.
Who's the best Batman? Lumos?
What's up?
Batman prep.
Batman ain't
No,
got.
best Batman in your opinion?
Ooh, best Batman. All right. So I think animated, dude. I don't think anyone else will tell you otherwise, unless they probably play the Arkham games. I know for gamers, like for gamers, it'll be Arkham. For comic book fans, obviously they'll take the comic books. But like, I've messed with a little bit of everything. I didn't play the Arkham games like a shit ton, but I would probably say it's got to be the animated series in my opinion. There's so many iconic things and ideas that came from that, like Frieza's entire fucking new origin. He used to be just a lame, like loser villain. Like seriously, dude.
I mean, like which specific Batman? Like from like either. Like ooh, get spicy.
Like
the
which
specific one.
like the animated
one?
series. There's not
Yeah,
another
like, it could be, like,
option,
from
dude.
Killing Joke Batman or
No,
God,
dude. Kevin Conroy's Batman is the only fucking answer to that, dude. It's kind of like Mark Hamill's Joker. He's just too iconic, and they have had other people. In all honesty, like they've had other people who try to do what he does, like the one in Young Justice. But in my opinion, dude, it's just not comparable in my eyes.
Okay.
I would have to say I played every Arkham except Origins, so I'd go with the games. Arkham Knight City was godly,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, presented his character well in that godly game.
And given, I think that is
Reasonable.
Kevin Conroy too. In that, I know Mark Hamill's the Joker in that, but I don't know if off the top of my head if Kevin Conroy is.
Oh, what's his name now?
Don?
Name in Darkest Knight movie.
What's his name? What was it? I think that was a Joker one. But was the Batman name? Why did I forget that actor's
He
name?
plays in Darkest Knight. What's his
He
name
was
again?
a character in Good Will Hunting. I'm trying to remember his name.
Was
Oh.
Psycho.
Christian Bale?
Christian
No.
Bale.
Oh wait, I
Bale.
was right. I was right. Okay.
I mean, cool. I don't know. I just in my eyes, dude, the way he like Luke Skywalker does it, man. He's just too good. Like as Joker, and like the dichotomy between those two is just too strong in my opinion.
He has very strong voices, and like Joker.
He's just
Skywalker,
Kevin
very
Conroy's just so
strong.
fucking commanding. He can stand like he's the only Batman in my eyes in anything that looks around like to the other League members and like they're all afraid of him. Like they're all like genuinely afraid of him. And he commands respect around them. Like even though they're so much more powerful than he is. Like I never got that vibe from like other versions of Batman. In the comics a few times, but like and in the Arkham games I guess it just doesn't seem the same to me.
I feel that. I mean, I think my favorite before Rubel's like once, like maybe 2 days ago, I'm not sure, but my favorite version has to be like it's from a cartoon series called like Batman Brave and the Bold. Who's ever heard
Brave
of
and
that?
the Bold, it's super meme. Yeah, it's like the Adam West throwback. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's like kind of campy. It's like a mix of either like Adam West.
It's
also,
super fucking campy.
yeah, but like with the big seriousness, right? But the thing is, what I liked about that Batman, right, is just that he was so fucking lax, right? Like, I mean, like lax in a sense of like, yeah, he still like has the serious stuff, right? But he's like willing to teach and be chill with everybody, pretty much, and not like on some serious brooding shit. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he does get some time in the show to like be like that, right? Like when he finds like what was it, his parents' killers and stuff, but he's more. A little bit more
I'll
down to earth.
agree that that's a more entertaining Batman, but the problem is like that's just not Batman. Like for the way I know him.
Mhm.
Like I'll admit that that's like a much funner character to be around, but like unfortunately Batman has like severe fucking mental health problems he needs to work through.
Fucking that Batman is just like Batman Brave Bold. He's literally just like, oh,
No, he's chill as
green
fuck.
arrow, I can make it to a crime scene faster than you, and he's pretty childish. But hey, I'll see you there, bro. I'm gonna beat you there. It's kind of fun. That's what I like.
Yeah, no, he's badass as fuck. Like, I'm not gonna deny him like at all. Like he is a good Batman. And just like the most genuine article is like Kevin Conroy's in the game, like in that animated series. Dude, I'm telling you, I fucking love that one so much. How about you, Don? What you
Best
think?
Batman's the one who's stock Reverse Flash. It's easy.
I had this all prep timed.
Literally.
Easy clap.
Stabbed his foot to the
Massively
ground.
clap.
This dumb mother, fucking idiot. Holy shit.
Generally, I'm honestly like not like the biggest Batman fan though.
I think he can be written well, but like the problem is he's so overwritten, like and the fans are so like just wank friendly with him. It kills me.
Yeah,
It,
I mean, that's
much
just-
like One Piece, the fan base ruins me on content like that.
Yeah, I remember there was a certain point in time where I think it was like maybe like a year or two where I just did not like Batman at all because mainly people fucking they would just use him in like a versus battles to basically be like, oh, prep time, bro. I'm like,
Comp
bro,
prep Batman. Comp prep Batman.
like I watched like something Batman really. Let's say like I'm watching. I think I forgot. Maybe it was like animated or something like that. DC animated, and just Batman being Batman, and then I prep for this too, and I prep arguments. I'm like, God Damn it.
Prep time meme. Memes, holy
It's
shit.
like, it's like I wish like some like I don't know villain or superhero, but like you prep for this fist in your face, man. It beats the shit out of me.
That's what Sinestro did. Next time you want to be relevant, put on one of my rings, loser. You'd actually make a good Yellow Lantern, so don't hesitate to use that shit next time. But yeah, I don't know. What else we got on the docket, boys?
Some dumb anime shit.
Uh-oh, hit me
Yeah,
with
we
it.
already talked about the dumb Star Trek shit. Let's see here.
Okay, well, Don, you're gonna have to take my spot in the next two topics since I don't know. Ask JoJo.
All right, so JoJo the part 6 anime.
Uh-oh.
We die. Oh man.
True. Don, where you at, my
Oh,
boy?
Oh
Hold
man.
on, my mic.
I just used my gun.
Was Don talking this whole time and you realized? Rip.
Don
Rip
going
level.
straight rip level, boys.
Oof.
Fuck.
Oh, he's been in and
What
out.
is rip level is this matchup? Uh-oh. Can he return to the call? Is it possible?
JoJo-
Alright, sorry about that, fellas. My mic was fucking up.
Oh,
Mhm.
dude. All right.
Alright, so what was the topic? I couldn't hear y'all.
JoJo Part 6.
Gross.
Yeah, the
Oh, that's gonna be
anime.
fire. The English dub's gonna be great, honestly. I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here. Like, it's just there's gonna be so much fucking crazy shit popping off in that fucking anime. Like, holy fuck.
Part 5 immensely, the English dub, so I'm going to enjoy Part 6. I guarantee I will.
hmm And especially how things are gonna be animated because they're go in. Fucking, I can't imagine like some of this crazy shit like moving like the fucking ozone layer and some shit. Rainbows, people turning snails, Disney World.
So what's interesting about this
Huh?
what's interesting about this specific thing? Like this specific like arc, I guess, for JoJo's. For people who aren't like JoJo crazy.
You guys fine with
Okay.
Sure. Okay, so wait, I'm not sure if he watched Start. No, he doesn't. But so basically, with JoJo Part 6, right?
Fuck.
It's basically like where everything and like the villain a long time ago, right? Basically, one of his followers, right, try to make achieve a heaven plan, right? And it's the guy I was talking about. I feel like basically move so fast and go back in time, right? So the plan is kill every like Joestar in the Joestar group 2, so that they won't be able, their souls won't arrive into the new like universe and shit, and basically bring Dio back to life with his power. And they're trying to stop him. And like Jotaro has a daughter, Jolene Kujo, who's trying to like save Jotaro and shit and defeat Pucci. Like the fucking arc's wild as shit. Like there's gonna be so much things that need to be censored because there's literally a whole arc based on fucking like Disney characters and like other characters from like mangas like Kenshiro and shit, Bohemian Rhapsody. Like it,
How exactly do they censor that?
I don't know
They'll
how.
probably
It might
rename
be-
it. Does.
Every time.
Yeah.
Some fuck.
Like Lumos, they even have Spider-Man in it. I wish I was joking. They have Spider-Man like from Marvel. Like what? Wild. But I think the biggest thing about the part that everyone's talking about was just mainly like the final fight, because literally every character, like, well, I mean, like every character in like the JoJo all died.
Damn.
Like Jotaro dies, Jolene dies. Like they all get capped.
Who's that? Talk about.
Gold Experience.
Gold Experience Requiem?
Oh yeah.
It's like
Oh.
how fast he is or something.
He's like the big boy from
We've
what I
only shown
understand.
one so far in the anime, or the series entirely.
Is he
Yeah.
a villain?
Nah.
No, he's the protagonist, actually.
Oh.
He was hinted at like will come into part 6 near the end. Really, Araki hinted at it like in one of the manga descriptions, and then he just never came, like to save the day. Which kind of
That'd be
sucks like
dominant.
that.
That'd be the greatest end to part 6 of all time.
Yeah, just everything is reversed. He's like, "What the fuck's going on here?" And then like that's
Oh my god.
That was like, "Yo,"
I mean, I heard animes, man. They changed the endings. I wouldn't mind them changing this one. Not that it's bad or anything, but I would say it's very cool. But yeah, I think that's like the mainly disturbing imagery, like in the end of JoJo Part 6 when everyone dies, because they all die like very brutal deaths, man. Like fuck. Like get
So how do they like come back exactly? How does that work?
Well, they didn't really come back. It's kind of like, let's say if I die in like this dimension or some shit, there's another dimension version of me. Let's say like the dimension I just died in. That's kind of like the original me in a sense. So
Fuck.
you're never gonna see that version of me. Like if you all try to go find like versions of me that are like the version you talk to all the time, they're gonna be different. Basically, they're never gonna be exactly the same. It's kind of like time or something, like how like the Flash thing, the little thing, like you break time or something, like you put a piece back together, but it's never gonna really fit. That's basically it. So
So they're just like alternate universes of one another, or separate. I mean, if they're separate timelines, then they are like alternate verses, right?
Oh, it's alternate universes, like dimension versions of them, not like timelines.
Okay.
So it's like, basically, it's like one kid, he defeats the villain in the end, right, by outsmarting him, because since he, like, was speeding up time, he basically used like I think Weather Report's ability to like pump like carbon dioxide in the air, so that since he's speeding up time and speeding up the world, carbon dioxide's speeding up too, and it's just gonna like, basically kill him because it's poisonous. Yeah, it's a pretty lit solution, but yeah, the kid was the only one who remembers everything. He's
Weird.
stuck in a universe where like really no one remembers him, and everyone he knew is pretty much kind of lives. If that makes sense, it's just kind of sad.
Just like a universe where no one really remembers what JoJo is.
Yeah, probably.
So it's like Limbo.
Eh,
It's Limbo
I mean,
VC.
that's good.
Rip.
You guys, did you know that Cosmic Armor Superman can spit limbo on his fingers so he beats anyone?
Oh, dude, yeah, he
Oh,
scales so high because did you know that, dude? He scales, dude. He was in the mind of the Overmind. Oh, what? Dude, he was in the universe. Holy shit! He scales above like everything below the source wall.
Auger.
shit.
Poggers as fuck, apparently.
He has-
Jesus.
Eighth dimensional vision, bros. We can see.
Bro, he can see,
can
like,
see good.
lots of dimensions, even though, source wall's boundless dimensions, lol.
Nice.
Yeah, I got
I
some
see
pretty
all
fire
of it.
scans for that action. But I could meme about that all day, boys. What's next?
All right, what's next?
More anime shit. Make this one brief.
This one's debate stuff. This might involve you because people put like fucking this character up against even your character. I bet. Fucking My Hero Academia, like fucking people, right? Go up against everyone in versus battles. That
Yeah.
shit fucking bugs me. I don't know why they do this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what fucking kids are thinking. Much like One Punch Man, they see a very flashy anime, and they assume since it's really flashy, it scales high because it looks so fucking good. And I'll give it to you. I might hate that fucking show, but I mean, it does look really spicy. Like both of them do. They just look so fucking sharp, And they have stories that are apparently compelling to people, so of course they'll grow like a strong attachment to them. It's just weird that they'll be trying to like match their characters up against like Marvel or like DC characters, assuming that just because it looks shiny that like they can compare to people who have like text feats, and text feats are like, he's blowing up a supernova. Like you don't even have to ask. Like most of the time in character, people don't like say shit like that. So unless we get like better shit, it's just not gonna happen.
Fucking Deku up against Superboy Prime.
Yeah.
Deku up against Kirk, Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Cause I don't know. It's awesome.
It's just a popular franchise. Like I said, over the time you'll fucking see people while out and make some dumb like shit just because it's popular. Like I said, the X-Men, Wolverine used to be a thing, and now it's like laughable. The community doesn't even think about him twice.
Yeah. And I think the worst one, because you already know how I am, it's I think someone on my YouTube comment section, they sent me this. I couldn't believe what I was reading, but it had Deku up against fucking Johnny from part 7 of JoJo. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's hilarious. I was like, what? Why?
Because
What?
they're just go out there for cloud, dude. They're fucking trolls.
And like I re-clicked the end, I was like, Deku wins. I figured.
I'm sure their logic was something retarded.
It was crazy. Like, oh man, I have no chill. I haven't seen that many people put like maybe everyone puts Goku up against everybody, but I'm not sure which is worse. Like everyone up against Goku or against fucking Deku.
Goku, I can at least understand because like most people haven't dealt with like normies don't even think Superman can bust planets because we don't typically see him do it. You know, so like like JoJo characters, they just see like bullet level memes and they're like, well, you know.
Yeah, they're bullet level. Fucking those people are bullet level JoJo. Like what?
A bullet level.
Like, okay. Like I just shot Apple now, bitch. It's not right. It's Spider-Man. He took hoods from Venom. Like, well, he's bullet level now. I just shot him. Go bullet level now.
Level.
Bullet level. Because one character in a show got shot with a bullet. That means everyone in the show is bullet level. Hear me out.
Yeah, it has to be, man. Fucking hell. There needs to be a comic just called Spider-Man got shot by a bullet. I want to see it.
Yeah, I can get you that scan. Spider-Man has indeed been shot by bullets before Punisher shot him.
Yeah, it's like fucking. I can literally grab a scan because I remember this happened, right? Fucking Deadpool was crossed over with Spider-Man, right? And Spider-Man, he's tangling with the Chameleon, right? It's a normal ass dude.
I've read this
And-
one.
Yeah, literally fucking the Chameleon disguising himself as normal people, and he's fucking stabbing Spider-Man with a fucking knife, a normal ass knife.
Wow, knife level. Fucking knife level, boys.
What? And Spider-Man was paranoid. He was like, oh shit. Why would he
Shit, the
blow up?
chameleon, a normal guy with the disguise on. My one weakness.
Fucking knife, man. Yeah, that's all I got for that topic. It's just, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
they're really fucking stupid, dude. It's like people memeing about them defeating everyone ever. I've had my fair share of, but what does Green Lantern do against to be one shot to be so strong? And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, if that's what you want to believe, dude, I don't know how you delude yourself into believing this fucking fantasy, but I mean, it is what it is.
Goddamn. Alright, the Q being the luminous being.
I think that was just a meme, man. Luminous being. Little D&D memes from Q over here. I wouldn't have expected it.
I mean, D&D, though, Luminous Being, there's some pretty dope lore to it, just saying.
I would not doubt it.
He's
All right.
basically... Yeah. Okay, John, flex with us with what you got with your model car.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so,
hit us with it.
My car, that's hilarious.
You don't have to lie.
Say, this car I'm looking at, I was about to say, Corvettes are my favorite car. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a Chevy fan. So this 2022 Chevy Corvette is fucking immense. It's a C8. It's in pretty much in prototype production, and they released a video a couple days ago of the launch control on it, and it was rumored to have a 5.5 liter flat crank V8, which can rev out to like 8,500, 9,000 RPMs, and it has over 600 horsepower, which, if I can give a good representation of what that would sound like, it would sound very, very close to a Ferrari, which, by happenstance, there was a Ferrari 458 with this prototype Corvette at doing test runs. So you kind of see where Chevy's going with the sound and the performance of this car.
Yeah.
I sent a couple pictures earlier. And this car looks absolutely gorgeous. And starting at $89,000, it cannot be beaten. I am personally going to try to buy one myself.
He's
fucking
going
nice.
for it.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Chevys actually while I was driving around. Like,
God damn.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the the vid now.
I think that's like the car. Like
Yeah, the Z06 would have a wider track, stronger brakes, recalibrated tuned suspension, an aggressive aero package, which should have a lot of carbon fiber and wing on the back. Two of the prototypes that was seen had different exhaust systems, but that could also be for the Z06 and the ZR1 Corvettes. So these mid-engine Corvettes are the best bang for the buck on the market, period. If you can get one.
damn.
It's pretty meme, dude. The second post you dropped over there.
But that's pretty much what I got right now, fellas. I was about to say, that's all I've been memeing on the last week or so.
Oh yeah.
Understand? So I'm fucking with.
I know you've been busy as fuck, so.
You get my stuff on these cars in the future. I'm already dreaming about it.
Hey man, you hit that 10 million subscribers, dude.
Holy shit! I gotta become fucking PewDiePie.
Hell yeah, you are.
Oh.
You wait. You're gonna
Oh,
become the
really?
premier JoJo's scaler. Anyone
Didn't
says otherwise,
T-Series
we'll
beat
kill him.
PewDiePie?
Yeah, but they're a company. I don't think that counts. They're not a single person.
I slept with T-Series before.
Oh my god.
Oh god, what's next?
Hey, hit us with the next topic, boys.
I'm doing some scans, so I'm not there right now.
Looks like DC shenanigans. Okay.
Oh, it's your shit, Lumos. Hit us.
Oh, sounds like Don was popping off. What's going on?
Oh, no, I was ready to say, I saw, that's why I was,
Oh, DC. Oh, I said deceased. My bad. Yeah, no, DC's getting real fucking wild, dude. It's really crazy. Humans confirmed future Ultra new gods. So yeah, that's fucking weird as shit.
you said Ultra New Gods?
Yeah, so it turns out that when the new gods fall, that Earth is actually a super world, and it's one of 7 crux worlds that exist within DC. And since Earth is the world of the crux world of heroes, we create powerful heroes to make up for the other two crux worlds that were destroyed. That's why Earth has like 7 Green Lanterns. It's like not a coincidence. We're like one of the only planets that have something like that.
Okay, that's pretty fucking...
Yeah,
mean
and
right
so
there.
whenever the new gods die, we're going to ascend to become the 5th. Fuck, what the hell is it called? The fifth pantheon, the fifth world. And so we will essentially take like the place beyond the new gods at that point.
The hell?
Yeah, this shit's crazy. This is my new video, man. I'm telling you, it's bonkers as fuck.
Have fun with that cosmology. It's gonna be very nice.
Oh, I mean, that's gonna place them like monitor level, like humans.
Oh boy. And Honcho and says like DC's fodder first.
I mean,
But to be fair,
Honcho says
is
a lot
this
of things.
new material?
That is also true.
Is this new material?
Yeah, this came out recently. Yeah.
I feel like DC is beginning just increasingly buffed as time goes on with no nerfs, so
Yeah, they're trying everything they can to stay relevant despite getting bought out by everyone and their cat and dog 24/7.
E equals sales.
Good. That's what brings them sales, then more power to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, no, it's getting really good. The Lantern content is popping off really hard.
Fucking video going.
What's up?
Is your fucking COVID?
Yeah, it's getting delayed because I'm having to get better, or I want to be 100% sure across like stupid characters, like for example Cosmic Armor Superman, like explaining why powerful characters like Cosmic Armor Superman are like nothing in comparison to like why they scale below them, because I don't want to have like the arguments in text chat down low like, oh well, cosmic armor Superman does blank, so there's no way, or whatever the case is. So it's taking a little bit longer, yes, but I promise it's for good reason. I'm having to read other stories to make sure my scaling of Kyle is accurate.
But you're like, you finally think you're done, and then you read one thing, which makes you read the entire different series. of something else.
Exactly. I read one thing and I'm like, well, okay, so wait a minute. Then this is a reference to that. Then I have to read that in order for this to make sense, because this guy is powered by that essentially. Fuck. Yeah, it's really wild and really frustrating to scale this like really dense shit, because I have to have such a comprehensive understanding of DC as like a concept versus just like my character. Otherwise I can let stupid ass fucking fanboys of Cosmic Armor Superman bully me around with my Kyle scaling. I can't let this shit happen.
You want to get wrecked.
Apparently Webcam Parrot has a debunk video of some of the content I have, so I'm going to have to watch that fucking retard.
What?
Yeah, apparently he allegedly has a debunk of Boundless Dimensions, and so I have to watch his stupid video on debunking that to make sure it's not just full of shit.
Wait
Though
a
I
minute,
imagine it is.
Don't tell me it's... I'm not gonna reveal on stream, but it can't be all what happened. No fucking way.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a long story, so I'll be doing research into that to make sure that I'm not misinforming
Okay.
anyone, because I'd hate to misinform people. You guys know me.
I keep a true fly here.
You're fucking right. But yeah, so that'll be coming out. I'll have that out, and I think I've got the video started and everything. I've just like the last half is what I really got to work on. I've got like the opening, probably like 15 minutes done. So yeah,
okay. I'm down for that. Sure.
That's fine.
yeah, I'll get there. You wait. Fuck. What about you guys? What's the next project for you guys, huh?
Hmm.
Maybe Borg. I get Borg versus before I do an insane analysis.
Yeah, you should do the analysis before you do the verses, so people can have like a greater understanding of something that's like not their normal verse to like mess with.
I could, but the thing is, there's so much more to go over with the verse that it would take a lot longer than the verses, and I think I already know enough that I could pull off a Borg, and I'm obviously learning more. So it's kind of a thing of timing.
What's the video?
What do you mean? I could do Borg versus Parademons.
Thinking the Parademons for that? Oof. I don't know what content you'd have to read for Parademons specifically. Definitely Justice League content. Cause I think that's where like the Parademons are most notorious. I could be wrong. It might be like some really old like Fourth World memes. Like old shit that he might be able to use.
Or it could just be a fucking scenario where, I don't know, Darkseid wants to conquer a set series of, or they meet up, and so obviously Darkseid would solo, but then the Borg would put up a good resistance, and then have a good amount of demons. I don't know about Darkseid actually, but then you could come in.
so like hear me out. So like if we're gonna have something like this pop off, something that would be actually completely believable would like in a fight with Darkseid, Darkseid actually got pissed off at a bunch of these parademons and just boom tubed them away to a foreign verse, and they were just there. And like the first people they come across is they just get warped into Borg space. And when they get warped into Borg space, they're just kind of like there.
They just get like boom tubed right in front of a Borg cube.
And they're just like, fuck it, we make more parademons. It's like our goal or function. So.
In Borg, there's like at least usually 100k Borg in a Borg cube, so that'll be a good start.
But like, to be fair though, that would have to be like a lot of parademons doing that shit.
I'd be down.
Like, to be
I
fair.
I would just have to fucking go on a grind.
It wouldn't be anything outside the realm of your capabilities, Q.
I mean,
I
Parademons
am
are supposed to be
not
strong, right?
What's up?
Fucking really strong in DC. I think they took out the Justice League pretty much.
Yeah, like in Earth 2, they killed Superman, Wonder Woman. Like, yeah, they were pretty brutal. Superman fucking jobbed to a bunch of parademons in that reality. Rip.
Outlier.
If he's jobbing a Parademons, how is he gonna even defeat Darkseid?
Well, what they did was a bunch of them jumped onto them, and then they used their boom tubes to boom tube his organs apart. Yeah.
Wow.
But you gotta just take into account fucking comic scaling. DC's stupid sometimes. with all that.
Multiverse. They're not. It's implied they're not as powerful as like main continuity, but like, I don't know, man. It's weird.
If I have to, we could just fucking make it DCEU Parademons or some shit.
I don't know if there's stuff in lore. You'd have to find some statements from people on that one, I think.
I mean, that would just be scaling off Snyder's Cut.
Yeah.
Another movie.
Well, no, I'm talking like how they're made or whether they're like raw technology or not. Right?
Sure.
Because they could just be fucking magic for all we know. Because we know that they warp people on the planet to essentially like get what they want, but we don't know how, as far as I know. But yeah, I'd be down to see something like that, dude. That'd be pretty dope.
Now I think there's so much fucking Borg shit. I'm gonna have to make separate channels for each issue I go and just do Borg scans, then use whatever I have to.
Okay.
We'll see.
Let's. I'm curious to see where you wind up getting with that. So definitely let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
How about
Thanks.
good old Scuzzlebutt's reputation, Wolverine's reputation, man.
Oof. End it all off. I wish he did. Well, hearing about the cancer that was what he once was, maybe not, but at least nowadays, I feel like he should get a little bit of a better rap. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he's like in that Silver Surfer kind of zone now, where everyone's just memeing on him because he's like not. Yeah, like he's powerful. He's just not as hype as people fucking think he used to be. Dude, holy shit, it was so bad. Wolverine beats Hulk because he could just stab him, and Hulk can't kill him. Lol. Like that was an honest argument from people at one point.
Like, why doesn't Hulk just throw him into space?
Well, he can't, dude. He cut off his arms.
Oh, nah, he comes up before he can do it.
I mean, good luck doing that if he ain't got no arms, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you need arms.
Need arms
Oh,
to be
boy.
relevant level. But yeah, no, it was super toxic, dude. I swear to God. I just like, especially if you compare him to like other like mainstay X-Men, dude. He was like, he just gets his ass. He served as like the heavy hitter on the team when Colossus wasn't around. So if they need somebody to like show how powerful like the new scary enemy was, they just have like Wolverine get his ass kicked. Like,
Oof.
yeah.
To make, Wolverine get his rep back, would have to be is if like, the new Marvel one by Disney. That's two things. Either make a cartoon anime series of Wolverine the X-Men or some shit. It's really fucking good. Or
I mean, he's
make
still
like, a
the most
movie.
popular X-Man of all time. Like, either way, like even if he is like a fucking horrific jobber recently, and like it's just pointed out to us because we're like diehard comic nerds, like the guy is still fucking stupid popular. So they'll write him a story that's worth a damn. They'll actually do Wolverine justice. I have no surprise in that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel when you think of X-Men, you think of Wolverine.
No, I mean I fucking don't, but that's because I've read like a lot of X-Men comics. But like especially
Well,
in the mainstream community, that's exactly what people think of. I mean, him and Xavier are like what you think of, literally. Everyone else is like, oh, well, they're on the team, but everyone else is like, I mean, just kind of around. I don't know. Damn, I jumped that fast.
Ops is
He's my favorite. Outside of like, I don't know. Even recently, dude, I would probably place him around like Magneto in my mind, dude. Like he's got some really respectable shit. And the more and more he took on of Magneto's ideology, in my opinion, the better his character got. But that's like a super heretical opinion. That's like hot takes from Lumos over here. Brian Michael Bendis rewrote him to be like fucking legit and get tired of like the bullshit Xavier was spouting because he was like a worthless piece of shit.
You know,
damn the X-Men authoritarian memes. I hear you.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, like, it's really hard. It's really hard not to, like, he wasn't, like, running around just, like, murdering people. However, if you were willing to kill mutants, he was willing to kill you. And, like, you're literally, because, like, Wanda neutered all the mutants, so there's, like, less than 200 alive. And he's essentially the guy since Xavier ditched out on them to, like, the only person who cares about mutants and trying to keep them safe. Like, Xavier just said, like, peace out, later, guys. So, like, he's got a lot on his shoulder, and he's right to trying to defend his people. If anything, I could find more justification in him trying to defend his people than I can Captain America, like, not defending mutants. And that's his own words. He's like, I just didn't do anything to defend mutants because, like, I didn't really think of them as, like, I mean, that's just a government thing. I don't really mess with any of that, which is weird because, like, come on, you're Captain America. But how, like, it's literally been since the 50s we've watched the X-Men struggle with, like, racist xenophobia. Like, or not xenophobia, but, like, I guess just racism or not even classes. I don't know. I can't think of the exact term. But he just kind of stood by while the mutants were hunted by the government that he, like, respects. So that's just kind of weird to me. If killing people is what defends your people in the end, like, why wouldn't you, I guess? Especially when, you know, after 50 years, they haven't responded to peaceful protesting outside of, you know, like, building giant war machines that murder you and kidnap your children and neuter them. Yeah, it's fucked. X-Men have it fucking bad, bro.
fuck.
Yeah, they fell off.
Senator Kelly and all that shit is just so bonkers. But Wolverine's fucking...
yeah, that was it Days of Future Past?
Or just anything to do with him, dude. Senator Kelly, like... Dude, he's crazy, dude. He will do anything. There's been times where he's been, like, fucking half Sentinel because he's like, I'll just become one with the Sentinels to defeat all of you. Because memes. Like, anything to get rid of fucking mutants. You guys you're demons. He genuinely believes they're fucking evil demons sent by Satan to kill all of humans. Like, the guy's insane. And that's the guy that's the senator that represents humankind, ironically enough. In terms of, like, relations to, like, the mutants. Yeah, it's just so bonkers, dude. X-Men have it so fucking rough.
Yeah,
Now,
it's very bonkers.
to be fair, Captain America did change after the Avengers vs. X-Men storyline where he realized that. But, I mean, it did take him, like, fucking 60 years to figure that shit out, so... Feels bad. At least he did, though, in the end.
No, Loomis, I do think that you liking Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
That's definitely an unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't like him.
Well, a lot of people don't like him because they only watch the movies where Cyclops was a fucking loser. Like, he was literally just a fucking loser, like, in the movies. And, like, real Cyclops, if you saw what he was like, dude, he would literally tell Wolverine to shut up and go sit in the corner. And Wolverine would be like, you don't talk about me that way. And he just laser him through the wall, and Wolverine wouldn't get up, and they'd continue the conversation.
Jesus.
Like, he's such a fucking Chad. Like, you cannot put into words how Chad he is for a guy who just has eye lasers. Because that sounds so underwhelming. But the amount of skill he has and the amount of, like... He's just, like, a brilliant tactician. And he can do so much. Like, he's denied psychic hacks on him before. From, like, Jean Grey. And, like, Emma Frost. Like, so you're definitely not getting in his mind. His mind's too fucking structured. And he can bounce his fucking... eye lasers off of pretty much whatever he wants. He's like Captain America with his eye lasers. He can ricochet it off of objects perfectly. Like, he's just so chatty, and you did not get to see that in the movies at all. He was just kind of a whiny boyfriend, and so it kind of neutered his character. You know what? It's very reminiscent. To give you an idea of how disrespectful they did Cyclops, to give you a comparison, like Hulk in Endgame is kind of like how bad it was. Like, he just became a loser. Like, Cyclops got killed, like, off screen. You don't even see what happens to him. He just is gone in the X-Men movies.
It's a rip level for him. Ooh.
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you he wasn't butthurt about Jean Grey. I mean,
level hurt.
they were literally destined lovers. I mean, the embodiment of all psionic energy in existence could not overcome the love that those two have for each other. They're like destined for one another. There's an entire another character, Mr. Sinister, who believes that their like love is the foundational thing that will create the perfect mutant because they're like so in unison with one another. So much so, he cloned him like 8 trillion times and proved himself right. And that dude is known as Cable. And Strife. Don't even get me started on fucking Strife. Like, Strife is crazy as fuck.
Booster Gold, though. Good job, sir.
I mean, I don't know if I'd
You
call
agree
losing
with that?
Booster Gold jobber, but I mean, fair enough.
You think he'd beat him?
I don't know enough about Booster Gold or Cable, honestly, to sit down and give you like a solid scaling on it. In my opinion, like, if I'm being honest, based on what I understand about both of them, Booster Gold could just freely time travel into the past, and his time travel, in my opinion, is better than Cable's. It's a lot more actively used. Like, so I think his time travel equipment's better. He'd probably just go back in time and kill him at a sooner point. Though Cable might be able to find a way around that. See, I don't know. It doesn't even, like, the time travel shenanigans don't even work the same way in the two verses. So, like, the time travel thing's just kind of out the window. Because if he goes back in, like, if Booster Gold goes back in time to alter Cable, well, in his verse, that's just altering their timeline. So everything changes to fit that timeline. However, in Marvel, that branches off and becomes its own timeline. So now would he have to fight two Cables? The one from the other verse and now this one as well? Like, you'd have to consider those crazy-ass options. Or, like, would he even kill, like, our version of Cable at all? And if that's not the case, like, they use the S.H.I.E.L.D. memes on him. Like, okay, fair. I don't know a lot about the S.H.I.E.L.D. memes, like, in the Death Battle version. But I do know that Cable psychics are top-notch. I don't know if he would be able to survive them, just like in general. I really don't know if he'd be able to like make that work.
I think there's a feat for Booster that like the shields also protected him from like what was it, trials and shit.
His shield also protected him from what?
Trigons, like mental influences or some shit. I think I think that was a feat for him. I'm not sure.
I mean, true, but like, I'm not gonna deny that because I don't 100% know about the context to that. I don't know if he was amped there, and I don't know if that's consistent considering I've also seen him get mind hacked super fucking hard by Martian Manhunter. And like, yeah, Martian Manhunter's fucking powerful. Yeah, like I get it. You know, he's really powerful and everything. But like at the same time, I don't think Martian Manhunter's mind hacks scale to Trigon. So the validity of that is sus to me. Like just off the top of my head, if you're like you're holding the gun at my head, like that's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Yeah. It's wild.
So yeah,
Wow.
take that as you will, I guess.
Okay.
That's all the topics though.
Well, looks like we're finally rounding out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Well, guys, it's been fun. I was glad to sit back, chat, hang out. Glad we had some time. And we'll catch you guys next time for the High Villain Council. Thanks for stopping by. Does anyone want to plug themselves? Pop off?
I mean, y'all know me, Q, and everyone else. Just you know, go. You like the description. Pretty chill.
Hell yeah. Job, you got any, do you want to pop off on any crazy information or anything? I hear you got something planned.
Huh, me?
Me?
Or Jobber, no,
Jobber.
Jobber, yeah.
Oh, sorry, lagging for a bit. I mean, yeah, you got the Discord like server planned. Oh, what's up?
When's that
Ooh,
dropping?
really
When's
good.
that dropping for anyone watching?
What? Okay, well then again, okay. Either Monday or
Ooh, spicy memes.
Okay, Monday it is.
Hey, be sure
Oh yeah.
you check.
Also, I have a special video that's coming up. It's going to be quite special. I'll give you all the link to it here shortly.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
A collab to what? I'm sorry, you broke up. I couldn't hear you.
A collab with Captain Forrest. It's going to become.
let's go.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, how about you, Q? Anything crazy you want to pop off on before you head out? Got the plug down low, of course.
Oh no, I was ready to say that's my only thing that I'm going to be popping off on here in the next High Villain Council. I believe is the collab with Captain Forrest. That's about it.
Yeah, make sure you give me Captain Forrest's link so I can link his page for you.
I absolutely will.
Heck yeah, boys. Well, hey, it was fun. What's up?
This video, be sure to smash that dislike button for Lumos.
Yeah, please do.
and
Smash the
click
dislike
bell.
button 7 times. If you've made it this far, I'm sorry. Smash the dislike button 12 times over. Make sure you
Okay.
unsubscribe. Make sure you go to Q's channel and tell him that Q is indeed planet level. He would really
yeah.
enjoy that. That's his favorite part.
Q planet level.
Q planet level confirmed. Phaser level. I can show you a scan of him getting phasered.
Oh, letter level.
Oh, letter level. Rip.
No, 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 no.
All right,